Hello everyone and good evening. Welcome to an evening filled with excitement and fire at our 6th annual President's Ball, Ignite the Night. As you've already started, go on and dig into those incredible salads. They are amazing. And we'll get moving right along with our dinner program. Before we begin, I'd like to give special thanks to the donors of the Reunion Fund Endowment who not only sponsored our cocktail reception this evening, but also supported several other reunion events this weekend. Yes, free drinks, free drinks. Those other events include the Welcome Home Dinner, pastries for the Peacocks, the Alumni Awards and Honors Class Luncheon, and the Alumni Tailgate. Cheers to those contributors. Let's give them a hand again. I am Tony Morris, and I am thrilled to be back as your co-MC for this special event. I serve as Spirit Team's coordinator for Upper Iowa, and I also have the privilege to direct the University Concert Choir Singers in their 2nd year back on campus. This is my 5th year at Upper Iowa, and I can now proudly say I am a member of the Peacock family as a 2018 graduate of the MBA program. Have to ask. Thank you. As I look back over my last 4 years, I am amazed and humbled by the renewed energy and pride that has come to Upper Iowa. New traditions that have been added, such as feathers up. You guys are good. So new traditions such as feathers up, and my favorite question that I ask at every pep rally, you should know the answer to this by now because there's only one response that you are allowed to give. Are you proud to be a peacock?
Yes, we are!
I hear some of the claps. Very good, very good. Hey, I've done my job well. You're all trained very good. Give yourselves a hand. Upper Iowa University has become more than my place of employment. It truly has become my home. Even though I did not receive my undergrad at UIU or have a long line of family members that attended UIU, I am here because of the fire that is inside of people just like you. Those who give back to UIU and make it possible for people like me to have a UIU story and to leave behind my own legacy. Because of a generous gift to UIU athletics, I have a full-time job here that has allowed me to reach, teach, challenge, and even transform the lives of students for the better. I could not imagine my life today without Upper Iowa being a part of it. My life and my world are forever changed because of this university and the people that I have met who truly love UIU and give not just financially, but give of their time and talent to see that the future of UIU remains true blue. Perhaps tonight, my story, the stories of other fellow Peacocks you're about to hear, or even your very own story will ignite the Peacock pride in someone to step up and help make the next generation of Peacock legacies possible. I'm really looking forward to a wonderful evening with all of you. Can I get a feathers up? Excellent.
Thank you, Tony. I'm Dr. Billy Connelly, Associate Professor of Education and Master of Education Chair. This is my 11th year teaching at the university, and I too am humbled to return as your co-MC at the 6th Annual President's Fundraising Ball. Everyone looks absolutely amazing this evening. One of the things I always look forward to this event is what Tony has chosen to wear. And he looks debonair. Not everybody can wear leggings. You look amazing. Ignite the Night. What a beautiful venue to showcase the fiery theme for this year's ball. The room looks amazing. Special thanks to the Duffys and Andrews for donating these gorgeous centerpieces. These will be used all weekend long. The theme tonight is really about your legacy with Upper Iowa. I don't have a legacy with Upper Iowa yet, but I hope to establish one with my kids. I grew up on a dairy farm, milking cows and working in the fields. There were 4 of us kids, 3 girls and a boy. I was a tomboy, my dad's right-hand man, until my baby brother came along, who's 10 years younger than I am. When he was old enough to take over my spot, he became Dad's right-hand man. My parents are hard workers and began their career as dairy farmers at the age of 19. Needless to say, they didn't attend any post-secondary school, but they knew how important it was for us kids to attend college. I was the first in my family to attend a 4-year college, and Upper Iowa was the college I chose. My younger sister, Jackie, was recruited by Upper Iowa's basketball coach when I was a senior at Upper Iowa, and at that time, she didn't really want to be known as Billy's younger sister again in college. She wanted her own identity, which I understood. Needless to say, that only lasted a year, and then she transferred to Upper Iowa to play basketball and went on to graduate in 2006. My husband, Matt, and I now have 4 children who know Upper Iowa very well, and Upper Iowa knows our children very well. We have 4 chances to continue the Cowley legacy at Upper Iowa. We do know our second daughter, Jayla, already has a plan to attend Upper Iowa and room with her cousin, Chloe. Last spring, we were taking the 2 of them to a dance competition and recorded a video of the girls saying, Upper Iowa is where we are going to college. And they went on to say how they were going to be roommates and all this fun stuff. So this bold declaration of their college decision at ages 9 and 11 not only makes me proud they value their education, but it warms my heart that our daughter has sparked such a strong interest in Upper Iowa with our niece. That's what I call a legacy in the making. The President's Ball has become an evening of celebration, reflection, and appreciation. We celebrate an evening among friends and family. We reflect on the memories shared and the impact our university has had in our lives. We appreciate the willingness of our donors and university sponsors to continue the Upper Iowa legacy. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, President William Duffy and his wife Sharon, thank you for joining us for this special event. During dinner, I encourage you to talk about your Peacock family legacy or the legacy you want to start someday. We all have the power to spread our university pride with others, and you never really know where you might spark an interest.
We have a terrific evening in store for you tonight as we ignite the night and let our theme of family legacies unfold. You will hear an upbeat story from one of our students who knew as a young girl that she would follow in her brother's footsteps by attending Upper Iowa.
We'll be entertained by an inspiring video featuring 4 families who each have an incredible tale of how their UIU legacy began generations and generations ago. Then later, you'll be intrigued by a Board of Trustee member and long-life friend of the university as he speaks about the importance of paying it forward in order for future generations to flourish.
And you know, it just wouldn't be a President's Ball without some type of game show entertainment. Backed by popular demand, we will be playing Heads or Tail Feathers. Some say it's a game of strategy. Others say it's all about luck. Either way, with 2 rounds this year, 2 lucky winners will take home a cash prize. Can our lovely B team please make their way to the stage for a little demonstration? Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a hand for Dwight, Ashley, Lacey, Brianna, and Pete the Peacock. If you haven't done so, there's still time to purchase your string of game beads from the B team for only $20. They'll make their way around the ballroom throughout dinner, so be sure to hit them up.
Okay, so here's how the game works. We'll ask for participants wearing their game beads to stand. Next, you'll indicate your coin flip guess, either heads or tail feathers, by placing your hands on your head or your tail feathers. The flip of Dr. Duffy's presidential coin will determine who moves on to the next round. We'll proceed on for as many rounds as it takes until one winner remains.
All right, here's our demonstration. Contestants, choose your heads or tail feathers. Here's the flip. It is tails. So if you selected tails, you're still up there. We'll do one more demonstration just in case you didn't catch that one. Contestants, choose your heads or tail feathers. Here's the flip. It is tails again. All right, folks. Thank you, Pete. Needless to say, there's lots of fun in store for you, and we could not be more excited to have you here to share in this special evening.
This event would not be possible without the generosity of our amazing sponsors, who we will recognize throughout the night. At this time, we'd like to thank our Save a Seat sponsors, who we proudly showcase on the screens at this time. Thank you so much for your kindness in providing 94 deserving students the opportunity to be here tonight. Thank you, Save a Seat sponsors.
If you are a student who's been nominated through this program, please stand at this time. All across the ballroom, amazing. All of you students look dazzling tonight. Students, as you enjoy this spectacular event, we want you to be reminded that you are here because of these generous individuals on the screen. Perhaps you will be inspired to pay it forward when given the opportunity. Student giving at UIU has been a tradition for many years. In the last few, the class giving campaign has ignited even more student giving than ever before. Last year, 205 students raised over $8,000 for the 2018 class gift. Where are my seniors at? Graduating seniors, where are you? Wave a hand, wave a hand. Graduating seniors? The challenge is on. Let's see if you can surpass that amount this spring. Thank you, students.
One more group we'd like to recognize now is our community partners. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Please hold your applause until the end. Laverne McCoy, Kent and Tracy Nelson with Fidelity Bank and Trust, Kurt and Angie Weideman with Sumner Building Center, BJ Whitesell, Neil and Heidi Wilkinson. Those who could not be with us tonight include Joe and Diane Burke, John Feld, CDW Computer Centers, Emergency Planning Solutions, and Knapp Properties. Thank you all so much for your generosity. Let's hear it for our community sponsors. At this time, we'll take a short break and allow everyone to finish their amazing meal and desserts, which Airmark has deliciously prepared. Okay, it's time to keep this program moving. First off, it is my pleasure to invite to the stage for tonight's official welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage Upper Iowa President, Dr. William Duffy, and First Lady Sharon Duffy.
Thank you, Billy and Tony. Let's give a big round of applause to both Billy and Tony. You all did have to ask Sharon, you spoke first or mine, so I think she said aye. Okay. Wow. What an incredible evening with all of you amazing, talented, and special people. Of course, I'm referring to all of you tonight who are committed to Upper Iowa University and our Peacock family. Our faculty, our staff, our alumni, students, and university partners. Thank you all. A round of applause for everyone here. Before I go any further, I do want to recognize a special group. This special group spends a lot of time with the university to help and guide us, to look at Upper Iowa University strategically. They provide their resources, their time, and they are totally committed to Upper Iowa University. And that's our Board of Trustee members who volunteer that time to support our university. So all of our Board of Trustee members, let's give them a big round of applause. Thank all of you and your families, your spouses that are here this evening. It's very important, and really appreciate that you're here. I also want to recognize a few very special family members who have joined us tonight. The stunning lady in red directly to my left, my wife Sharon, whom I thank my lucky stars when I went on the dance floor at the Officers Club of Fort Benning, Georgia, and I walked up to her and I said, "Will you dance with me before someone else marries you?" She said yes. She's been by my side for 39 years, and without question, we have cherished being part of this Peacock family for nearly 10 years now. Also with us this evening is our daughter Kim, my sister Teresa, her husband Tom, our nephew Josh, and his wife Meredith, our granddaughter Maddie, and her friend Brady, and also joining our family table at this event is UIU student Svetlana McCurry. Please give them a round of applause. I'm also very proud that my family has started our own family legacy in Upper Iowa. Our grandson Ryan is a sophomore, and our granddaughter Bradley will be on campus next fall. And she was recently accepted to UIU for the class of 2023. With this in mind, we're very excited to listen to stories of UIU family legacies tonight and to hear about those deep family roots throughout UIU's history. From the beginning, we have hoped that the President's Ball would bring the UIU family community and corporate partners and everyone together to show the importance and impact of paying it forward. We are here tonight celebrating the positive impact of you all and of many others who have made impacts on their lives and their futures of our students. Here we are 6 years later, and I'm delighted to share with you that this event has generated over $525,000 for Upper Iowa University and our students. Sharon and I thank each and every one of you for playing a part in that success, and we are hopeful this event continues to be a UIU tradition and continues to make an incredible impact for future generations to come. Enjoy the night, everyone, and go Peacocks.
At this time, I'd like to invite Chris Andrews, our President's Ball Committee Co-Chair, to the stage so we may introduce the rest of the committee members. Chris? Doesn't our First Lady look spectacular tonight? Sharon and I'd like to thank you all for joining us this evening. Richard and I are especially grateful to have some of our own family with us tonight.
Our son Stephen and his new bride Ashley are with us. Thank you both of you for sharing this special evening with us. It means the world to us. And here we all are at the 6th Annual President's Ball, the biggest fundraiser for the university. I have the pleasure of being a part of the committee to plan the ball for the last 3 years. We have a wonderful group of very creative, extremely dedicated people that strive to make this evening a success.
We cannot thank our MCs, Billy, Tony, and the entire President's Ball Planning Committee enough for all the time, effort, and passion poured into the ball. You go above and beyond. We are so grateful for your enormous contributions to Upper Iowa. Will you all please stand so we may recognize you? Folks, let's give them a round of applause.
If you all realize how much is involved in planning an event of this size. We meet at least once a month, starting next month in November. It's our wrap-up session. We decide what went very well tonight and what we need to improve on. Then we start planning next year's ball. Living in Minneapolis, I'm not able to be present at most of these meetings. I either phone in via conference call, or I Zoom in, or on a few occasions, I call Sharon's phone and we FaceTime with the group. The hardest meeting for me is our food testing. Mark fixed a smorgasbord of choices for our dinner tonight. I get to sit at home and watch on my computer everyone enjoying all of the food that they have laid out for us. I'll have to tell you, it's quite painful. But I realize somebody has to do it. But I'll also note that this particular meeting has usually 100% participation. At this time, I'd like to thank Aramark for providing this beautiful meal for us. Sharon and I have a couple people we'd like to recognize. The first one being Tim Wolf. Tim is our printing magician. He does the printing of all of our save the dates, our invitations, and the beautiful program that's on your table tonight, along with the place cards and everything else, many, many things. I give Tim a lot of credit, as we can be quite a picky bunch. The red is not quite red enough, or the flame on the invitation is not quite the way it should be, or there's too little, or there's too much, or. Anyway, Tim is a very patient man. Please show him your appreciation.
Well, I just want to say personally, from the bottom of my heart, how much it means to me to have these committee members, because they work tirelessly. And is this not the most beautiful ballroom tonight? And the food is amazing. But last but certainly not least, I'd like to introduce you to our fearless leader, Brenda Luzum. This gal is tireless. She is truly the glue that holds this committee together. Words are powerless to express our gratitude for all that you do. Please come forward to be recognized, Brenda Luzum. Thank you all.
Thank you, Chris and Sharon, for those kind words. Let's keep the thank yous flowing as we segue into our final sponsorship recognition for tonight. At this time, could I please ask for all of our silver sponsors, if you are present, to make your way to Billy's side of the dance floor right now so we may recognize you. Airmark, Nancy Betts, Mary Chetty, Matt and Billy Connelly, Joseph Diaz, Janet and Warren Dunkel, Frederickson and Byron, Steve and Diane Harms, Faye Moore, Marco, Dr. Joan Poor and Daryl Harmon, Martuza and Seema Siddiqui. When we call your name, please come forward to receive your gifts as well.
This year, we are pleased to present our sponsors with wine and pottery gift featuring the work of Marissa Kravachik, class of 2016. Her business, based out of St. Lucas, Iowa, is uniquely named Blue Peacock Pottery.
Airmark. Thank you, Stephanie Herman, and your entire team for all of your efforts tonight and throughout the weekend. All the meals and snacks prepared are amazing. How about that pecan crusted chicken?
Nancy and Bob Betts. Nancy is a proud member of our Board of Trustees, and we all value her involvement. We are so appreciative of you and your husband's support.
Mary and Shri Chetty. Mary is a current member of the Board of Trustees and traveled all the way from Florida to be here with us this weekend. Thanks, Mary. Please pass our sincere thanks on to your husband, Shri. Matt and Billy Connelly, our infamous MC and her husband. They have a combined nearly 30 years working for the university. Thank you both so much for your incredible commitment to UIU. Joseph Diaz. Joseph serves as a UIU Board of Trustees member and always looks forward to being back in Fayette with his Upper Iowa family. Thanks for making the trip all the way from New York, Joseph.
Janet and Warren Dunkel. These two are proud supporters of their alma mater, graduating with the classes of 67 and 66. Hopefully this homecoming is a memorable one for both of you. Thanks for your support.
Frederickson and Byron, PA. With us tonight from the law firm is Emily Pontius and her husband Jason. This is the first year Frederickson and Byron has been a sponsor of the ball. We truly appreciate your advocating on UIU's behalf, Emily. Thank you.
Steve and Diane Harms. It wouldn't be a party without these two. Steve is a current Board of Trustees member, and the couple recently kick-started our Recreation Center Enhancement Project with a lead gift. Much needed. Thanks to both of you. Your unwavering support of Upper Iowa, you set the highest philanthropic standard for all of us to emulate.
Faye Moore. Faye is a proud member of the Brotherhood, and she's not able to be with us tonight. She's here. She's from New York also, and we certainly appreciate her generous contribution. She's eating dessert. Faye is a proud member of the Brotherhood and traveled all the way from New York to be with us this weekend. We certainly appreciate your generous contribution. Thank you, Faye.
Marco partners with UIU to provide copier services. Thanks Zach and Katie McBride for being here. I guess I have you to blame that my supervisor knows exactly how much printing I have every month.
Dr. Joan Poore and Daryl Harbin. Dr. Poore serves as our university provost. Thank you, Joan, for all you do, and thanks to both of you for your support of UIU.
Martuza and Sima Siddiqui. Martuza has served as the university's Chief Financial Officer for 2 years. Thank you both for your support and for being here tonight.
Silver sponsors who could not attend include All Tent Refrigeration, Apogee, Baker Tilly, Dr. Patrick Duffy, who is Dr. Duffy's brother, Wolverton Printing Company, and Dennis and Marlene Murdoch. Let's give all of our silver sponsors one more round of applause.
Next, we'd like to recognize our gold sponsors. When your name is called, please come forward. Richard and Chris Andrews. Richard is a current Board of Trustee member, and Chris is co-chair of the President's Ball Committee. Thank you both for your incredible contributions to this event and to countless projects all across the university year-round. The legacy of the Andrews family lives on through the beauty of our campus, the sculptures, facilities, and ongoing commitments to UIU's future success. We are so fortunate to have such passionate individuals in our Peacock family.
Roger and Alice Mangan. The Mangans continually support UIU throughout the year and are incredibly active alumni. Tonight, they've also sponsored 3 tables of students, wrestling coaches, and other guests. Roger is also one of our newest Board of Trustee members, all the way from Colorado Springs. Thanks for making the trip, you two.
Gunderson Palmer Lutheran Hospital and Clinics was unable to attend this evening, but we surely thank them for their generosity. Let's give a hand one more time for all our gold sponsors. Next, we'd like to recognize our platinum sponsors. When your name is called, please join us up front.
Baker Group. Representing the Baker Group this evening is Eric and Sarah Morrell. Baker Group is a valued partner in construction projects here on campus. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Local IQ, part of the USA Today Network. Joining us tonight is President Alan Jones. Local IQ partners with UIU on digital marketing campaigns across the entire university. This is their 3rd year as a platinum sponsor. We are so grateful for your support of this event and we appreciate you making the trip to Fayette. It's great to have you here with us tonight.
Assurance and 380 Companies Disaster Services were not able to join us this evening, but we thank them for their sponsorship. Can we give all of our platinum sponsors one more round of applause?
And finally, we have two incredible diamond sponsors. Please come forward, Scott and Bobby Lieben. Scott is a mentor to all who know him, and we are fortunate to have him serve as a UIU Board of Trustee member. These two are so proud of their alma mater, graduating with the classes of 64 and 65, and we are overwhelmed with their continued generosity to Upper Iowa. Thank you, Scott and Bobby.
Bill and Sharon Duffy. We admire the determination you both have to make a difference every day in the lives of those around you. Your peacock spirit is contagious, and your commitment to Upper Iowa is undeniable. Let's hear it for tonight's host and hostess. Thank you, sponsors, one and all. Can we give one more round of applause to all of our sponsors for this evening? All right, everybody. It is time for a little game show entertainment. Everybody who's wearing a string of beads on your feet. It's time for round one. Can I get Pat Sajak? Excuse me, Dr. Duffy. Dr. Duffy, can you come on up to the stage with Pete? You are the official coin tosser for the evening. Thanks to all the participants and our awesome, come on up, Vanna. Miss Vanna, Sharon, come on up. All right, everybody. Are you ready to hear how much we raised tonight? Oh, I don't think you are. Are you ready to hear how much we raised tonight? $1,980. So, two lucky people that are standing up right now will each go away with a prize of $495. Cold hard cash. Okay, folks, it's time to make your first selection. So hands on your heads or hands on your bottoms. And here's the first flip. It's hands. If we want hands, we raise standing. there. This might get just a little bit cutthroat. Folks, make your next selection. Heads or tail feathers. And here's the flip. It's heads. All right. I think we have enough that we can pull everybody standing up to the front, making a straight line. Straight line across the front. Oh, this is going to be good. All right, everybody, face the crowd. The trash talking has begun. Ladies and gentlemen, select heads or tail feathers. And here's the flip. It is tails! If you chose tails, we may stand it up. Alright, folks, choose your weapon wisely. Heads or tail feathers. Make your selection. And here's the flip. The selection is tails! Alright, folks. Oh, we are down to the final four. It is the final four, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Make your choice wisely. Heads or tail feathers, go! And here's the flip. The choice is heads. The final two. The final two. Who's gonna win? Face each other. Sudden death. Oh, face away, face away, face away. Make your selection. And here's the final flip. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is all right, sir. Tell everybody your name and where you're from.
Brody Nelson from Green, Iowa.
Yeah.
This is another wrestler. This is Allison Rogers, Save a Seat sponsor, right? Very good.
Congratulations, Cody.
Hey, let's talk a little bit more about winning. How about Upper Iowa volleyball? They just won in 5 sets over St. Cloud, 15-13. Holy cow! Sorry, I'm the faculty fellow for the volleyball team, so I gotta watch out for my girls. So, it is my honor now to introduce our student speaker for the evening. This young lady is a second-year student at Upper Iowa, pursuing K-12 art education with endorsements in Talented and Gifted and coaching. I had the good fortune of getting to know Megan last year when I had her in my first year experience course. She is such a delight. Please help me welcome to the stage, Megan Kleitch.
story with you all. Fayette became like a second home for me from a very young age. In 2006, when I was just 8 years old, my oldest brother Mason moved to Fayette to study conservation management and earth science. Mason had a fantastic experience here, and he made memories and friends that will last a lifetime. He graduated in 2011. 2 years after Mason graduated, my second oldest brother Max also moved to Fayette to study conservation management and environmental science. He graduated in 2017. School has always been very important to me. When I was still in elementary school, I already knew I wanted to go to Upper Iowa. Why, you ask? Because even at that age, I already began to love this town and this college. I loved the small town atmosphere, I loved the community, and I loved the parks and lands surrounding Fayette. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life yet, but I knew that whatever I did, I wanted to do it here. By middle school, I began to expand on my long-term goals. I wanted to go to Upper Iowa, and I wanted to earn the Trustee Scholarship. This was a huge motivator for me all throughout high school, and I worked incredibly hard to try and earn it. I went to Wapsie Valley High School, which is a little over a half hour away from Fayette. Because I was so close, I had many school events on the Upper Iowa campus. My high school football team had a game every year at the Harms Eichscheid Stadium. The basketball team played multiple times a year in Dorman Gym, along with so many other school events, such as college fairs and art shows. I was always so proud to share with others I was going to go to college at Upper Iowa University when the time came. Finally, the time did come. I applied to Upper Iowa during the summer after my junior year of high school. I was so sure I wanted to go here that I never actually applied to any other colleges. A short while later, even though it felt like forever, I got a letter in the mail. It was filled with confetti and it read, "Dear Megan, congratulations. On behalf of the faculty and administration, I am pleased to inform you of your admission to Upper Iowa University for fall 2017. Based on your academic qualifications, I am delighted to inform you that the admission committee has selected you for the Trustee Scholarship. As a recipient of this prestigious academic merit scholarship, you will receive $18,500 annually." It was at that moment I knew all of my hard work had paid off, literally. All of the blood, sweat, and tears had given me everything I had worked so hard for, and it was definitely worth it. It truly is because of people and alumni like all of you that I was able to even have a scholarship to work towards, and I will never be able to thank you enough. You truly did change my life with this scholarship. Next came my senior year of high school. During this time, I really spent time trying to figure out what path I wanted to take. I had so many passions, which made it difficult to choose which one I wanted to make a career of. Finally, I decided on art education with endorsements in coaching and talented and gifted. From my very first day at Upper Iowa, I felt welcomed by so many people. All the professors here are so supportive, and they are all so willing to help whenever you need them. On the very first day of class I ever had here, I was talking with my art professors, Alyssa Wempe and Laura Gleisner. I was taking Alyssa's environmental art class as one of my first 3 classes of the year. When I introduced myself to them and told them I was an art education major, they said to me, "We're going to take you under our wing and train you for as long as you are here." I don't think Laura and Alyssa know how much that meant to me, especially as a little freshman. They, among so many other people, have given me so many opportunities already, and I am so thankful for every one of them, including being here tonight. I've learned so much already during my time here at BYU. I quickly began to set lots of smaller goals for myself in college. For example, I wanted to sing the national anthem at a football game, and I wanted to travel to as many places as I possibly could. I was given these opportunities a lot sooner than I thought it would be. I ended up traveling to places such as Chicago, West Virginia, and Alaska last year, and I am hoping to go to places such as Colorado, Puerto Rico, and Italy this year. I am so grateful for all of these experiences and friendships Upper Iowa has provided me so far. These experiences truly have made me grow as a person. As I mentioned, I had the opportunity to go to Juneau, Alaska on the alternative spring break trip last year. this trip, I made new friendships, explored new places, and helped people in need. I was able to provide food to the homeless, work with the native tribes in Juneau, work with the U.S. Forest Service, volunteer at a library, and struggle through an extremely difficult hiking trail, all while seeing one of the most beautiful places in the world to which I have always wanted to travel to. This was such an eye-opening and rewarding experience that I will remember for the rest of my life. Everyone is so welcoming, supportive, and kind in our own little community that we have created. This is a special trait we are so lucky to have. There aren't many places you can go to and feel at home right from the start, but Fayette has that power. My brother Mason met his wife here in Fayette. They have now been married for 5 years and have 2 adorable children. And no, I'm not just saying that because I'm their aunt. My other brother Mac just got engaged to his girlfriend this past May. They were living in Cedar Rapids at the time, and one morning he asked her, "Do you want to go back home today?" The home he was referring to was Fayette. They came here that morning, and he asked her to marry him out on the trail near the football stadium. She, of course, said yes. They are now getting married next September. Isn't it funny how our lives change so much, and even the little things come full circle? For example, I was a part of the Northeast Iowa Art Show held up here during my senior year of high school. I submitted a drawing and a paper sculpture, and ended up winning first place for the sculpture. We toured all of the art studios in Edgar, attended many sessions around campus, and watched demos from UIU students. This is one of the days where I became very excited for college. Seeing such a wonderful program that I was coming into made the transition from high school to college so much easier for me. Fast forward to last year, where I was also a part of the Northeast Iowa Art Show, but in a different way. Last year, I was helping to organize the event, and I was one of the people teaching a demo. The people who were teaching me the previous year were now my classmates. Sometimes I think about how crazy it is that every decision we make leads us to where we are now. I am someone who strongly values the power of positivity, respect, and kindness. I never have been one to put up with negativity. I believe if you want something, you have to give it your all and work for it. You have to give respect to get it. If you put your whole heart into everything you do, you can't go wrong. I believe in persistence and determination, and when things don't go right the first time, and many times they won't, you have to keep trying. You have to live life to the fullest, because you never know when your time is up. You have to enjoy the little things in life and dedicate yourself to them. Take UIU's choir as an example. Music is another passion of mine. While we only started with 4 of us, we continued on as if we had 100 members. We were rebuilding the music program from the ground up, and I couldn't be prouder. These values are something that today's world needs more of. You are always seeing negative stories online, in the news, and even in person. You see it so often that when something positive does come along, it's almost a wave of relief that for once you are seeing something good. Therefore, when you can come to a place where the positivity outweighs the negativity, it is refreshing. I am constantly reminded of the presence of all of these good values at Upper Iowa, whether it be through the students, professors, employees, and the atmosphere on campus. I feel safe here at Upper Iowa. Before I finish, I want to leave you with a quote I saw online recently. It says, "Always be kind. If you see someone falling behind, walk beside them. If someone is being ignored, find a way to include them. If someone has been knocked down, lift them up. Always remind people of their worth. Be who you needed when you were going through hard times. Just one small act of kindness could mean the world to someone." I can't thank everyone enough for everything, but I can confidently say that Upper Iowa has changed my life and ignited the light inside of me, and I know it has for many others as well. Let's continue to spread that flame.
Thank you so much, Megan. We appreciate you sharing your story, and we thank your family for being great role models for you as well. I know your parents are with you here tonight, and I know they're beaming with peacock pride. Folks, mark your calendars for December 4th, and you can hear Megan and the rest of the UIU Concert Choir singers at our Christmas concert. I've had the pleasure of getting to know Megan, as she is a member of the UIU Choir, and most definitely one of UIU's finest students. Family is a word we use all the time at Upper Iowa University. We were founded on family values and grew into something special because of our commitment to excellence and education. We have prepared a video featuring 4 families who built their very own family legacy at UIU. Let's take a look.
When we came to Fayette, first impression was the campus itself. Alexander Dickman just really stood out. Walked around campus, visited all the dorms and professors there.
And she was the reason I ended up down there. From Frederick, Iowa, went down to Iowa State University to study engineering. Was down there for 4 quarters, and of course that was during Vietnam War, and ended up enlisted. And when I got back, I decided I wanted to switch from engineering over to political science. By that time I met Marcia, and she suggested that I go over and visit with Dr. Clark. After meeting with him, I decided to enroll in political science at Upper Iowa.
I remember Mom and Dad talking about the mascot being the peacocks, and Dad and I would go up to a game every couple of years in Fayette and stuff, but before we started going games, one night we were sitting in the living room, and I knew that the mascot was a bird, and I knew it started with a P, and for some reason I thought this I probably shouldn't say this, Upper Iowa Pigeons. Which I was very quickly corrected that no, it was the peacocks, not the pigeons. So that was probably my first introduction to Upper Iowa.
It gave me an opportunity to become involved in girls' sports. So. But the town itself was just, it fit. You walked on campus and it fit. I think both boys, when they walked on campus, felt it was a fit for them also.
Met my wife, Bethany, on campus, part of the track team. And I think our best story, though, is really, I happened to ask her out on her first date on April Fool's Day. You guys realize that, but I asked her on April Fool's Day to go to the movie with me, and she still jokes to this day that she wasn't sure if I was going to show up. I hadn't been up to it.
I got the spot right between where you had track and cross country. By the time I got there, they got rid of it. Now they're bringing it back, and if anybody wants to recruit me, I've been running. I got eligibility. And so then it kind of came down to whether I wanted to run, I wanted to focus on school, and I decided to focus on school. So I ended up focusing.
They had told us that if you're on campus and you're in a classroom, the professors will know you by name and not by a number.
That smallness I think is really nice, and the improvements that have been made on the campus, the facilities, the opening up of the off-campus degree programs.
I think these two kind of always taught us that, put that personal touch on it. And I think we got lucky that a lot of our professors that we liked the most were the ones that really just kind of went out of the way for us.
It's kind of nice to have the whole family be graduates of Upper Iowa, yeah. Enjoy that. And hopefully the grandsons will also. Oh, and are you listening? Are you
It's
really
all right,
listening?
it's all right.
go to college, you go there too. And in those days, when your daddy said no, you didn't go. She graduated from high school in 1928 and took what was needed for summer school to become a rural teacher. And she taught rural school for several years. So then we both went there and graduated. My sister and her husband graduated from Upper Iowa. One of our sons and his wife graduated from Upper Iowa, and the other son, and two grandsons, and one granddaughter-in-law graduated from Upper Iowa.
I guess we hadn't really thought about it, but we're really happy that it happened. I mean, Jen and my experiences were so great that we were just glad that they did too. But both boys enjoyed it. They were happy. They were.
One night I had closed up the coffee shop, and he and Rupert Caballero were sitting at the end of the coffee shop waiting for me to lock the door. And I went over to him and I said, "Is anything going on tonight? Any parties or anything?" And he said, "I don't know, but we could make one." I said that, and my grandson said, "See, Grandpa."
When Jan was in college, she was undoubtedly the prettiest woman on campus. I mean, I wouldn't settle for anything less.
I had straight A's until the spring when we started dating, and I got 2 C's. I thought my mother would be very upset, but she said, "Well, we have to have some fun."
When she met me, of course, she understood.
No, I think they gave us, or gave me, my mother, what we needed at the time. And Nona too, I think, would think that, my sister. And of course, Wayne Sutter was a hero because he was fantastically talented in basketball. That's her husband. 7 of my best friends have stayed together with letters and things, except they're not all living. But all 8 of us stayed married to the same person we met, and many of us met Upper Iowa students. I think a really favorable comment about Upper Iowa would be that we've received more than adequate education to make a living for all those years, although in the 60s and 70s it wasn't very much, and got good husbands too.
I don't think anybody liked Upper Iowa any more than Jan and me.
Upper Iowa until the 2nd semester of my junior year. And very blessed that a family member said to me, "Sister, Upper Iowa served our family wonderfully, and your mother graduated there, and all the rest of her brothers and sisters did too. And you're going to college. So get your suitcases back, get in the car, you're going up to O1.
I went to Tilden Tech in Chicago. It was a school of about 3,300 students, all boys. And I was in the study hall, and the study hall supervisor said, "You seniors who want to get out of study hall, we're having a big event in the library, which is a recruitment day for colleges." Lo and behold, this fellow from Upper Iowa, which of course I didn't know Upper Iowa at the time. I stopped at his table and he said to me, "You look like a wrestler." I said, "Yes, I am a wrestler." And he said, "We're looking for an 147-pounder. How would you like to visit Upper Iowa, Fayette?" And I said, "Yeah, I guess so."
It started with the Hungerbirds who lived straight down Main Street here in Fayette. The old house is still standing.
On the south end.
On the very south end.
Alice's mother graduated from here in 1925. She had, Alice had an uncle who graduated from here in 1910. And so there's a long string of Hungerfords that attended here. They became superintendents of schools, principals, scientists. So education really ran through this family and my family as well.
We're sitting here today. What brings me here is the very special place that Roger and I met. It's in the gymnasium in Upper Iowa, the old gym.
Where we're sitting right now, by the way.
Yep.
And it's
a special,
now called
place.
The Edgar Fine Arts Hall.
Yeah, and it is a very beautiful place.
Our ancestors really did a lot for us. We couldn't have done it without them, so we're doing it for the next generation, and we want to make this a better world and a better place.
Any day.
I don't know if there's any other family that can say that my mom and dad and my sisters and I all graduated from Upper Iowa. And then you add on, siblings and spouses and everything. It's like, for almost those 4 decades, I guess, there was somebody in our family at Upper Iowa, just a little bit of a break. And then, of course, in 2009, of course, Alyssa came, and then Caitlin shortly thereafter.
Caitlin, well, she did enjoy Alyssa being here. I will say that, and I do think they developed a special bond because they both were actually students at Upper Iowa for a time.
That is part of that legacy. And I think that's why there's still a connection, with Upper Iowa. We can never be disconnected from Upper Iowa because this is who we are. This is how we grew up, and this is what we were immersed in. It's not just a university that sits there on the top of the hill. It's part of our lives.
It's like, not something like, hey, let's all go to Upper Iowa. In 40 years, it was not, it's something not planned, but it is kind of a serendipitous thing, I suppose you could say.
Well, Mom actually started working at Upper Iowa when she was going to Upper Iowa, and she was a switchboard operator. And so that was her job, and then when she graduated, she started in the business office. And that was at the time when Dr. Garvey was here. And one of the things I remember either my mom saying or somebody else saying that Dr. Garvey really saw potential in her, and he kind of took her under his wing to mentor and grow her into what she eventually became as one of the vice presidents.
She was there a total of 53 years, but 50 of those years were as a full-time employee.
I guess I was trying to think of some of the memories that I have, and with Mom working at college, then sometimes we were up there with her and hanging out in the office while she was working. And this would be like in the evenings or on a weekend. It wasn't during the time when everybody else was in the company sleep.
And Angie and TJ got married in this room. Yes, and I played the piano, and Dad walked you down the steps, and it was beautiful.
There's a lot of memories.
There are a lot of memories. Really grateful for the way they brought us up, and a lot of that had to do with their ties and devotions to Upper Iowa.
I'm grateful for the word that I was thinking. Grateful for what they did to put us through and the life that I've had.
They were building a legacy, and we just didn't even realize that this was what was going on until you really kind of put the puzzle pieces together and realize that this is something pretty cool. But I agree.
said, I've lived around the world and I would always come back here, and this is where our roots are, and there's just nothing like it. And that's the environment that I think we grew up in, is that it just is who we are, and it's what made us who we are.
Wow, what a great video, and what a special way to showcase these family stories. I know we have many of the video stars with us tonight, so will the Kimballs, Mangans, Nusses, and Seabrooks please stand so we may recognize you. President's Ball, we've had videos like this, and I want to take a minute to recognize Jackson Hayek. Your talent in creating these videos each year is remarkable. So Jackson, thank you so much for doing that. I know it wasn't in script, Jackson. Moving right along with the program, I think it's time for a little musical treat. It's been a couple years since we've heard Tony sing us a song.
Yeah.
So, our favorite co-MC. Tony, take it away.
You'll be swell, you'll be great, gonna have the whole world on a plate. Starting here, starting now, because everything's becoming Upper Iowa. Clear the decks, clear the tracks, you've got nothing to do but relax. Blow a kiss, take a bow, because everything's becoming Upper Iowa. Now we're winning, paint the world peacock blue, set it spinning, that'll be just the beginning. Curtain up, light the lights, you've got nothing to hit but the heights. You'll be swell, you'll be great, I can tell, just you wait. That brown peacock I talk about is you. Peacocks, everything's becoming Upper Iowa for me and for you. You can do it. All you need is a hand. We can do it. PT Peacock will show you how. Curtain up, hide the lights. We've got nothing to hit but the heights. I can tell, wait and see. There's the feathers up, follow me. And nothing's gonna stop us till we're through. Because everything's becoming Upper Iowa and feathers up. Everything's gonna be sunshine and blue bright. Everything's gonna be bright lights and peacock blue. Everything's coming up Upper Iowa for me and for you.
vocal talents with us. What a treat. It is now my pleasure to introduce our Board of Trustee and Chair of the Advancement Committee, Richard Andrews.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Richard.
First two good things, I didn't trip coming up the stairs, and my tuxedo, which I hadn't worn since last year, still fits. You guys are a tough act to follow. A guy in a leather tuxedo singing a song. Before that were wonderful videos about the legacy of Upper Iowa and a wonderful statement from our student representative. Get my notes out. The bad news is this lectern is not lighted this year, so I'm going to have to play it by ear. I'll try to lean in the mic. I always order the extra tall mic, but I get the same one each year. I gotta tell you, I'm very moved by those stories in that speech we heard. Stories about UIU legacies, and so wonderful. What people do for a UIU, what it motivates people to do and to give back. And we have new legacies starting, and I think some of those legacies are just beginning. Megan, thank you for following your brother's footsteps, your positive, optimistic message. It was a wonderful story for everyone here tonight. Thank you, you did a great job. To the Mangans, the Kimbells, Nuss, and Seabrooks. And by the way, I got a chance to talk with the Seabrooks today. They live very near my grandmother in Claremont. I got to tell you, they're as funny in person as they were in that video. If you get a chance to talk to them, they are a stitch. The great thing about UIU's 161-year legacy is that there are people like the C.C. Parker family. This week, we celebrated the opening of a permanent art exhibit in Edgar Fine Arts. Now, in case you don't know, C.C. Parker was the first science faculty back in 1857. And it says something about a place where people are still connected after 160 years. It's just amazing. I'm also proud of my family and what it's done with UIU. I'm so happy that my son and daughter, and by the way, my wife did a wonderful job earlier. I don't know if I can exceed it. My son and daughter-in-law are here. She's the newest Andrews. They close on their house next week. It's got lots of bedrooms. So we're optimistic about the grandkids and having a whole new line of Andrews to keep the legacy going. Thank you. Thank you so much for you guys being here. It's very special. As chair of the Board Advancement Committee, I want to give you a little update. You know, we have a new strategic plan, so new anymore, it's in place. And one of the 5 pillars of the plan is to develop a culture of giving, service, and engagement from our alumni. Let me give you some highlights this last year. It was the 4th year of our donor clubs, and once again we broke a membership record. With 466 donor club members, that's over 13% over the previous year. There's a donor list in your program. I encourage you to take a look at it. As Tony mentioned earlier, this is the 3rd year since we brought back the class gift and emphasized it, and that was breaking 205 members, over 8,000 raised, and again, the challenge is for this year's class to exceed that. It's great to see the students participating and possibly starting a legacy of themselves. I encourage you to go out and get it started. We've got a pretty brand new tradition at UIU. Last April we had our 2nd annual Giving Day, and it raised just shy of $100,000. raised in, 1,857 minutes. We had 542 donors, including alumni, faculty, staff, community members, students, parents, and even, and this I love, 2 high school seniors made a gift because they were going to attend UIU next year. And it's that kind of spirit we're going to have. I'm very pleased to announce the giving level of our wonderful faculty and staff. To my recollection, we've never exceeded a 50% giving level. In this last year, we achieved a 58% giving level. We've got a wonderful faculty and staff, very talented and very committed to Upper Iowa University, and that's just great. Thank you so much. In new receipts this last year, we raised $1.79 million, and that's up 3.5% from last year. 1,499 UIU alumni made a gift during the last fiscal year, and that's a new record, and up 15% from the previous year. So this culture of giving is continuing. Those were kind of my prepared notes. I have a couple thoughts. As chair of the advancement committee, I read a lot of articles about what motivates people to give. But recently I read an article and it was about why people don't give. And there was an individual who said, when I go to Home Depot and buy my microwave, they don't call me a week later and ask to donate to Home Depot. This maybe made sense to him, but I couldn't disagree more. This is not a place that you do a transaction. This is a place where you have life-changing events and experiences. To give you an example, they estimate about 28% of marriages are people who met in college. And I dare say that in this group, that's higher. That's a life-changing experience. You're not going to develop that at Home Depot, I can tell you that. In the recent weeks, we had, I don't know, it was 20, 30 of the Foxes back here to celebrate, reminisce their times here. And this weekend, I'm going to word this carefully, it's 30 to 40 of the Sigma Omega Betas. Well, they're out at the golf course this weekend golfing. They really go by the SOBs, but I didn't think it was wise to say we have 40 SOBs up the golf course this week. Just a word about pay it forward. It's been touched on tonight. I've had that experience. You pull in a fast food in the drive-thru, order your food, you pull up to collect your food and pay for it, and you say, oh, the people in the car ahead of you paid for it. Well, the first thought is, yes, free food. But then you realize the intention is to, in turn, do that somewhere in the future for someone else, express that kindness. Here at Upper Iowa, we have over 100 endowed scholarships. Those are people who paid it forward. I'm sure there's many alumni here that benefit from those scholarships, and probably many of the current students. When you can, in your own way, think about continuing that and paying it forward for someone else. Do it your own way, whatever feels comfortable, but keep that thought in mind. I do want to close here, and I'm going to give you another opportunity to give back to UIU. This has been a great event. We were maybe a little aggressive in setting our goals. And right now we're about $10,000 short. My wife heard this, and she's been very involved in this. And she came to me and she said, Bear, because that's what she calls me. She says, we need to do something. Now, being the wonderful, well-trained husband, I said, yes, dear. So tonight, we would like to match dollar for dollar $5,000 so we can raise an additional $5,000 and make our goal. I hope you will all think about that and hopefully make a donation, start a new legacy, continue an old one. This isn't about us. It's what we do. It's what we want to do. Join us in that spirit of giving back. That's the intent here. That's what this night is about. I'll close now and get off this stage. And hopefully that trip. Thank you for your continued commitment to UIU. May your legacies be celebrated for the years, decades, and generations to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Richard, for being such an obedient husband. That's the right term to use, correct? I do believe we have an area to the right of the ballroom here. If you would like to help the Andrews meet their goal, you can give right over here where Andrew is walking. Wave to the people, Andrew. Say hello.
Hello, I'll be here all night.
He will be glad to take your money. So thank you again, Richard. All right, everybody. It is time for round 2. If you have your beads on, go on and stand up. Dr. W and Sharon, Pete, come on back up to the stage. One last lucky winner will receive a cash prize of $495. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for round 2. Make your selections. Heads or tail feathers. Select now. And here's the flip. Oh, the selection is tails. He tricked me. The selection was tails. All right, folks. Make your next selection. Heads or tail feathers. Here's the flip. The selection is heads. Oh, it looks like that round took out quite a few. All right, folks, you know what to do. Come on down and make a straight line. We have $495 waiting to be claimed. Who will the lucky winner be? All right, looks like we got a couple more coming. All right, folks. It's time to make your selection, heads or tail feathers. I see some strategizing going on. All right, here's the flip. The selection is heads. All right. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. I don't hear any trash talking this round. I think they're all too polite. All right, folks. Make your selection. Heads or tail feathers. Here's the flip. The selection is tails. And then there is lucky number 7. Lucky number 7. All right, folks. Choose wisely. Heads or tail feathers. Here's the flip. The choice is heads. And then there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Choose wisely. Heads or tail feathers. I see some strategizing going. All right. Here's the flip. The choice is tails. And then there were 3. All right, ladies. It's an all-ladies final. Choose wisely, ladies. Heads or tail feathers. Choose. And here's the flip. The choice is heads! Heads wins! Heads wins! Yeah, you won. All right. Tell the people your name and where you're from. She's gonna do that again. Our second winner of $495. Thank you so much, everybody, for playing tonight. Give yourselves a hand.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we made it to the end of our program, but the fun is only getting started. It's been my pleasure being your co-MC. Hopefully we've ignited your night and kicked off the weekend right. Happy homecoming, everyone. Tony?
It's been my pleasure as well, serving as your co-MC. Here's hoping we all have a memorable homecoming 2018. All right, peacocks. It's time to get up off your tail feathers and let's all join the peacock on the dance floor. I think a little fireball is the perfect way to kick off our dance time. DJ Jason Drucker, I hope you're ready for us because we're about to ignite